Yeah, last 2 games they changed the music on you.
Yeah, I guess so. On the right side of the map, we have... Oh, you guys don't know who he is. Why bother? It is... Oh, and then they don't do it. There you go.
Check primary.
I actually had a really good joke planned if they had the Go 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 song.
Oh, well.
I had a really good one.
That's tragic. That
Hopefully they do it again on the next game. This is...
jjakji.
Yep.
Sorry.
Sure is. So, thanks Pepsi, G-Skill, and Ola ebook. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And wait, we've got some foreign fans in the audience here. They've been here since the beginning.
Yeah, man,
they've
been here all day.
They are some real GSL fans. You guys at home who've been watching this entire thing, you guys are impressive as well.
Almost 4.5 hours. Still going strong.
Yeah.
Still having some good Starcraft action going on here.
Yep.
And, whoa. Okay, never mind.
What?
No whoa. I'm just mistaken. Nothing to whoa
like
about. Nothing to see here.
All right.
Move along.
These aren't the droids you're looking for?
This is not the drone. These are not the drones you're looking for.
In Jedi units, you can get in the early game, like a probe comes with the ramp, it's like, this is not the base you're looking for.
That'd be cool.
Probe just goes, beep boop, then it walks away.
That's what happens sometimes anyway, man, even without Jedi powers. Czech has gone for an expansion first into his pool, and is basically betting on jjakji, not going for any too early of pressure.
Yeah,
Which he's not, so that's okay.
Yep.
Going for that 1 gas.
These guys are going to be playing pretty safe, if you ask me. I mean, you know, we've been saying that all day. These guys are going to be playing pretty safe, Moltrap,
well,
it's
I mean,
true.
The thing is in StarCraft, you can't always play safe.
Yeah, that's absolutely
You
true.
have to take risks sometimes, and so, you know, Czech going for hatch first, it's a little bit of a risk, but sometimes taking a risk is actually, in a way, safe, because you need to get some kind of advantage somehow in order to win. So if you play too safe, you're actually just going to get out-macroed by the person who's bolder.
Yeah, especially if you're doing TVZ. I mean, playing too safe against a Zerg basically is like saying, hey, Zerg, how many bases do you think you can take in this game?
Yeah, exactly.
Just take all of them. It's okay. Yep.
You do not want the Zerg to be playing single player.
Yeah. Now, I don't think we've seen a TVZ yet that jjakji hasn't gone Reactor Hellion Expand. That may be a bit of a flaw. That may be something that Czech can exploit, you know? It is, quote-unquote, the safest TVZ opening. A lot of people
didn't he go 1 Reactor Expand once, or was that versus MC or something?
That was, I don't believe that was a TVZ, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
There's been a lot of games today.
Stop making me doubt myself, Moltrap.
No, I'm just saying it's hard to keep them all straight.
Yep.
And jjakji, I like that, pulling away that mule.
Yeah, taking a lesson from Bomber there.
Taking a lesson from Bonner, pulling it away so it didn't collect minerals and then die on the way back with them, so waste his minerals.
Yep. And the Hellions.
He's like baiting that Zergling. He's like, the depots are down, come on in. And he...
Gonna let him in.
Oh,
he sees everything, though. He did see the second barracks. Don't think he had time to click on it, though. Now, is the barracks and factory build animation different at that stage? That's my question. I don't know if they are. I think they're the same.
No, I think they're the same.
Yeah.
He didn't see the command center either, so he can still suspect what's going on, though. He also didn't see the second factory, though.
Yep. Yep, indeed. Well, fast combat shields for jjakji. That's interesting. Possibly thinking of doing a bit of marine pressure here as well. You know, and we've seen him do a lot of that Blue Flame Hellion marine drop as well, which is,
yeah, he's
again,
actually,
you know, pretty
it looks like he's just going straight tank marine, though.
Oh, okay.
He just got those 2 Hellions, I guess, and
that's okay.
And that's it. He's just done with that. Now he's making siege tanks. He's got 3 barracks, 1 with a reactor, 1 with a tech lab getting upgrades. So he's just gonna go straight into basically this 2-base tank marine.
Yeah, that's actually perfectly fine. There's nothing in the StarCraft 2 rulebook that says you need to do a fancy opening to try to do a lot of early damage. Sometimes you can just go right into the strategy that you plan on doing, and that works out really well.
Yep. And we still have Czech just at 1 gas. He's just droning up, trying to get his economy going, getting his Zergling speed. He's getting a Baneling Nest. I like that move. If you don't know what the Terran is doing, you kind of need to get a Baneling Nest. Just as a precaution, just in case they randomly have done a lot of barracks and they're come out with a bunch of Marines. You need a Baneling Nest to survive.
Yeah.
And he's also put in a spot where it's going to block this Hellion from getting in very easily.
Yep, macro hatch on the way for Czech Prime. And he's just really well defended from Hellion.
Oh, he's going to catch that Hellion. Oh!
He's going to get one at least. Yep, does get the one. And might get the second one as well. Czech is really good at this, actually.
He needs to micro a little bit better if he's going to.
Yeah, well, he's going to kill it either way. But
yeah. Okay.
And without Blue Flame, I mean, it's okay. You're going to get your Zerglings singed a little bit, but you're not going to take a whole lot of damage.
Yeah, he lost several Zerglings, though, so it could have been done a little bit better.
Yep.
Well, it doesn't even matter. They are just Zerglings.
Every Zergling is precious, Mole Trap.
Every Zergling is great.
That's right.
If a Zergling is wasted, Czech gets quite irate.
There you go.
Siege mode is almost completed, so that's going to be really good for jjakji.
Oh, those tanks having a little bit of trouble maneuvering there. Looks like trying to cross the street near the GOM house.
He's going to push out with siege mode and trying to. He doesn't have perfect defense against counterattack, but Czech doesn't even have anything for a counterattack right now. He's taking 26 Zerglings.
This is why this type of thing is so good. I mean, this counterattack could do some damage, but just going straight up Marine tank, it's like, look how much stuff you have. And Zerglings having to turn around. They see.
Nice defense by jjakji.
Yeah, does Czech have enough to defend this? Is jjakji about to secure himself a spot in Code S?
Needs to be careful of Zerglings coming in the back and attacking his tanks.
Yep.
If he gets too far forward with his Marines, but he has backed off. He's just letting the tanks shell everything and using the Marines to defend.
Not a lot of Banelings on the way either. Czech in position to flank. Here he goes.
Now he doesn't have stims, so he's going to get locked in place. The Banelings could do tons of damage.
Oh.
Every Marine gets wiped out, and the Zerglings are going to clean up the tanks as well.
Wow.
Beautiful attack, beautiful hold by Czech.
Yeah.
Wonderfully executed, and jjakji,
and Stim is about to finish.
Yeah, he was like 45 seconds from Stim finishing at that point. Maybe got a little ahead of himself.
I agree. I'm not sure why he decided to move out at that time. I mean, he had maybe 15 seconds to wait. I mean, it's a little bit too aggressive.
Although the flank from Czech was the real story of that attack, though.
Oh, it helped a lot. Yeah.
It really kept the Marines from doing any kind of movement.
Yeah. Now 6 mutas on the way. I mean, he's going to start pumping out a lot of them, I would imagine, whenever he can. And a lot of Marines, died in that attack. So jjakji's going to have possibly some trouble holding off this harassment.
Many Marines died.
Many Marines died to bring us this game. Yep. Has to make some extra turrets. It's extra money that he could be spending on something else, like another expansion.
Yep.
Already does have his third on the way, but still,
Here comes the Mutalist coming in there. Just a single turret, but the Marines are there to reinforce as well.
Yep. Stimming a couple Marines to chase those away. And look at that, only stimming 2 Marines. I love that. jjakji is actually a really good turret player.
The Great Wall of Depot.
You beat me to it.
The Great Wall of jjakji.
It's visible from space.
We're in space right now, man. We're looking at space.
I wasn't kidding. Actually, I think we're underground on this map.
Are we?
I think so.
It is a fortress.
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, all the Zelnaga stuff is kind of buried in the game. It's like ancient remains of a civilization, right?
Yeah.
So, I suppose it's in a cave.
And here come those Mutalists harassing the production of that barracks, but not accomplishing it too much.
Yep.
And again, jjakji just stimming a few Marines, so very smart of him there.
And it's great to see little touches like this after jjakji played so many games today, too. I mean, to see little things like that a lot of Terran players don't even bother doing. They just hit the hotkey, hit the stim button. Yeah, this guy is, despite that early attack that kind of failed, he's doing a good job.
Certainly is. Now, he's out here taking his third base. What that's going to do is it's going to make it really difficult, for him to defend his main if the mutants decide to go in that direction.
Yes.
And his natural will be a little bit harder to defend as well, especially if he leaves all of his depots up or down.
Oh, what is he doing? The depots are all down right now.
And
Zerglings are protected by that siege tank. I didn't think that would actually reach there. Nice positioning by jjakji.
jjakji just killed all of those Zerglings, but that one.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, and that one survived with like 1 hit point left.
It's like he's the guy from Last Exile or something that can't be hit by bullets. He's like,
well, he got hit by a lot of bullets, just not quite enough to kill him.
I guess so.
The lone survivor of that tragedy, though. Yeah. Now jjakji pushing out for attempt number 2. This time, Czech is going to have Baneling speed, and he's going to have Pathogen Gland Corruptors.
Yep.
So he is actually going to have a good chance of defending again.
Yeah.
And jjakji just posturing around, doesn't want to go for the kill right now, actually. Should really think about, and actually, just as I say that, down at the bottom, he does send in a strike force to take care of this base. It's, unfortunately,
that's not a drop.
It's going to get cleaned up, though, unfortunately, for jjakji.
Yeah. Fortunately for Czech.
Indeed, but that's what he needs to do, is really just attack where Czech is vulnerable like that. Oh, those infestors really want to kill a ton of Marines.
Go! Here comes Czech Prime getting some decent fungals there. The Baneling's getting focused down by jjakji. jjakji has really good control, actually. I'm so impressed by this guy, even if he loses. I mean...
Now, the thing is, though, he hasn't been very good about splitting his Marines against Banelings lately.
Yeah, look at that. Focusing down those Banelings.
So he needs to be careful. Banelings landing. He really needs to worry about fungled as well.
It's like he's playing Marine Tank Challenge now.
There is one more infestor in the back with the fungal. Banelings are going to take out some of the Marines. If he can fungal the rest, that would be huge, but he just doesn't have the energy for more than one fungal right now.
Oh, I think jjakji might be able to do some decent damage with this.
Whoa!
Czech's
He
keeping
kills
his infestors alive, though.
He kills one of the infestors that had a fungal on it. Oh, he's falling back, though, because two more do spawn. He needs to be careful.
Yep.
He does have the pathogen gland, so that infestors will pop out with enough energy to fungal them.
Very true. This is getting exciting now. The Natural's under fire. I think it might be taken down. Here comes some mutas. Not a lot of mutas left, though.
Where are those infestors going? They might just... Oh, they get killed by tanks. Target firing the infestors.
Oh, now's the time. If you're going to fungal check. No energy on the infestor, though. jjakji might be able to get himself a spot in Code S, but here comes the Banelings.
It all comes down to this. Czech's hopes of getting back into Code S rest on this game, and he is currently in danger of losing it. His natural expansion is dead. His third is still running, but he's breached his main. This could be the end right here.
I guarantee you that he was focusing down those Banelings with the siege tanks, too. This guy, if he wins this game right now, he deserves a spot in Code S 110%.
Yeah, the single Broodlord does pop out. A few more are morphing, but is it going to be enough? The Marines are just targeting it down.
He's so close.
Drones coming off the line. Czech's final stand is right here. GG! jjakji has secured a spot in Code S.
It is
along with Lucira and Czech. Oh, poor Czech.
Gotta feel
who went
bad
up
for Czech.
3-0 in the group to start off with. Has now,
look at that guy.
Against all odds, fallen down to Code A.
I just like want to go and give Czech a big hug right now, man. I mean, that dude played so hard today, and things just didn't work out. I mean, what more can you say? But wow, NS Hoso jjakji, that guy played awesome. That guy deserves a spot in Code S. Played great. I've been watching for a long time. Just basically that game, he didn't do anything fancy at all. He just said, I'm going to just go Marine Tank the most efficient way I can. I'm going to play it amazingly, and I'm going to beat Czech Prime. I'm going to get into Code S, and that's what he did.
That's what he did, man.
Wow.
So,
Lucira got his spot, too, yeah.
Yeah, and of course, Lucira, I mean, that's the reason why is because now we have Lucira at 1-0 and jjakji at 1-0, and so even if they played that third game, there would still be a 1-2-1 and 1-1-1, or 1-2-0 and 1-1-1. So either way, even if we play any more games, Czech is going to be on the losing end of that. You can't tie anymore by losing those two games in a row.
So that should be it.
So that's going to be it. So jjakji is going to advance to Code S, and you know, that was he barely scraped in a way too. I mean, he just got to the round of 8. It just barely got into the up and down matches. Barely, with the last game, scraped his way into the tiebreakers. And then after 2 rounds of tiebreakers, barely managed to win 1 game to clinch his spot there.
Man, that was an exciting game. That was a great way to end that.
That was good
Czech
stuff.
Prime, you know, he almost had him. And just the amount of Banelings that were coming at him, you're like, oh, that should be enough Banelings. But jjakji was actually using his siege tanks to target down the Banelings.
That's what you have to do.
Really high.
And he also he made about 10 infestors in that game, and he got about 4 fungals off.
Yeah, that's
all of them because
that's the other thing.
Because he wasn't fungaling, he was for some reason saving them, and he was sending his infestors down to the natural where they died to tank fire before they actually
like sneaky snake infestors.
Yeah, well, they kind of leave a little trail anyway.
They do, yeah, right.
They went to the side and down the ramp and behind the natural.
That's right.
Anyway, so the tanks were killing them, and then he was actually targeting them down with his Marines as well.
Yeah.
To make sure that he never got any of those fungals off, and that really made a huge difference because he had invested a lot in those infestors, and they just were pivotal into his defense, and he just lost them before they could defend. So nicely done by jjakji there.
Yeah, absolutely. Really well played by all three of the guys that really made it. I mean, Czech Prime played better than we've seen him play in like half a year or so. I mean, that guy, he's I don't know if he's back. I mean, I hope he doesn't take this too hard. I mean, it's got to be really, really rough to end up losing at the end of all this like that. Had to happen to one of them, but I hope he continues to improve,
And let's not forget MC.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He
Two-time
was in this
GSL
group,
champion, MC, NASL second place, IEM second place. Huge deal. MC going down to Code A this season.
Yes, indeed.
And we'll be at risk of theoretically even falling down to Code B.
Well, Kirix goes down to Code A as well. He's been in Code S for about as long as anyone can remember
Somehow he keeps staying in Code S.
Yeah. Well, he's crazy enough and aggressive enough that he wins games and things like that. Out of all the players that went down to Code A, I feel like, he is the most likely, I feel like
Kirix,
he's maybe the most deserving of moving
I
down
feel
there.
like he deserves to be in Code A also.
Yeah. But then again, he's brought us so much over the months of StarCraft too as well.
Yeah, true. I think he might be okay in Code A. He might do okay. I don't think he's like Code B material or anything like that.
Oh, no, I think he'll probably get back to the up and downs next season, most likely.
Yeah, we'll have to see, though. It depends on who he ends up against in the first round or the first couple rounds.
Yeah.
Because there's some strong players.
Code A is going to be really exciting.
It's going to be really stacked.
OGS Superstar, or Startail Superstar, not OGS Superstar. Startail Superstar qualified. Will he wear his cape to his first match? That's the big question on anyone's mind right now. Everyone's minds.
Of course, we had Hero.
Yeah, OGS Hero. Or, Liquid Hero.
Liquid Hero.
Formerly OGS.
And FXO Oz.
Yep, that's right. FXO Oz, who
FXO
defeated
players.
Slayer's Boxer in the qualifiers to get into Code A. Yeah, I'm sorry to open up old wounds for you there. Well, I think we're going to take a look at our results here in a little bit in a fancy pretty little graph. But
hopefully.
Well, we'll see. I mean,
I don't know if we can fit all those games in a single graph.
I know, man.
Might need two graphs.
It's true. So, 15 games played today for one up and down group. One more day of the up and downs to go. And I said it was the 3 most dramatic days in the season. I was not kidding, man.
Nope.
A lot of drama,
serious.
but it's a lot of fun, too.
Yeah, and so we're also going to take a look at tomorrow's matches in a minute as well.
Yeah, that's right. I don't even remember who's playing tomorrow now. I really want to find out. If you want to find out right now, you could go to m.gomtv.net and see it. Actually, Moltrap's doing it on that computer.
I'm doing it right here. I got m.gomtv.net coming up next.
It's going to
be Violet, Trickster, Marine King, Tasia, and JYP is the group tomorrow.
Wow, that is a good group.
It's another group that's going to be really tough to call.
That's going to be a fun group to watch, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty sick.
All right, so check it out. There's our Code S medallion. Lacira.
5 wins and 2 losses.
That's right. This is not stats for an entire
5 wins
season.
and 2 losses as well. Check 4 wins, 4 losses.
He even looks sad in that picture.
Yeah, he does, man.
Poor guy.
MC didn't even get a chance to play 8 games.
That looks like the face he made after he lost today, too. Wow, all the guys who went down to Code A just look really sad in their pictures. Wow. What a day. What a day.
Yep. So there's the overall rankings. As you can see, Lucira and jjakji getting out on top.
Ugh.
Poor Czech.
I know. Poor Czech Prime. If you're a fan of Czech Prime, go to his fan club somewhere and tell him how much you love him. He needs a little love right now.
Yep.
But Lucira and jjakji going up to Code S.
Yeah.
Glad to see Lucira is going to be back in Code S.
And you know what? What did we say at the beginning of the day? I
don't remember.
We said Lucira and MC are the favorites.
Yeah.
But jjakji is the favorite for an upset.
Yeah, I guess so.
And even though it actually was more between jjakji and Czech than jjakji and MC, jjakji did end up being the one that got the upset and got into Code S.
How about that for a group tomorrow? Wow. We mentioned earlier Violet, Trickster, Marine King, Tasia, and JYP. I have no idea who's going to get out of that group. Those guys are all good.
That's going to be a really, really evenly matched group all around.
You might be in for an even longer day tomorrow.
It's going to be pretty sick, man.
Wow. JYP's already got the thumbs down going. He's like, I'm not. I hope that doesn't mean he's planning on going down.
He's like, this is the down matches for me.
I guess. Hopefully not. And don't forget our final on Saturday. Axe Korea here in Seoul. It's going to be OGS Top versus I'm MVP. Should be a very good TVT.
Is Top going to be the first person to ever win Code A and Code S? Or will Marine, I almost said Marine King Pie, because I was thinking MVP instead of MKP.
He's only in every other finals.
Will MVP, will MVP own his face?
Maybe. Could be he's owned basically all the other Terrans that he's met in the finals, so we'll see if Top can do any better. I mean, we'll see. Nope. Thank you. Foreign fans are heading out. They're not sticking around. But, yeah. So that pretty much concludes the day. Again, 1-year anniversary match. Don't forget that. That's going to be going on before the finals. Going to GOMTV.net and vote. I think they can still vote. Is that still going on? I think they can still vote for today at least. To vote for their favorite players for the All-Star game. It is still going on, so keep doing that. Yep.
There you go. Yeah, and definitely tune in for the finals as well. Tune in for the up and down matches. I think Top is going to do better than some people expect, to be honest. He beat Polt 3-1. He looked really good doing it.
He did. Thanks again to Pepsi, G-Skill, and Ole ebook. Ole? I don't know.
That's going to wrap it up for today, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you guys enjoyed all of the matches we had for you today.
Yeah.
Tune in tomorrow, same time, for the last group of up and downs. We'll see you then.
Bye.
We can shake it up.